name is Steven. I work at Snappy, and today I'm going to be showing you a quick demo on how to create a professional daily report in a couple minutes from anywhere at any time. I'm going to be doing the demo today with the Construction Daily Log app, just because it's our most refined app, and we've worked on it quite a bit over the past couple of months. So I wanted to kind of show that off a little bit. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to jump right into it. So this is not the first screen you'll see if you log into the app. There's actually a login screen. However, if you've used the Snappy app before, you can go ahead and use the same login. There's not like a special login credentials for this specific app or anything like that. So if I click the drop down on the side, you'll see we have some small marketing tidbits from Snappy, kind of giving you our pricing and our feed. You can give feedback and whatnot. You can even customize the app if you want to. If you go ahead and press free quote, it'll take you to a link that will allow you to send us an inquiry about an app that you may have, an app idea that you may have, and with that you can also send a form if you want to. But the bulk of the app takes place in the current project tab, and I'm going to go ahead and make a new project here so I can show you guys what this involves. So the first screen you'll see when you go ahead and create a new project is going to be this one, and this is just some identifying information for the project. So for example, if I wanted to create a logo, I'm going to do a quick smiley face, and we'll say the project name is test or something, whatever, doesn't matter. So I can specify my start date for that project, my estimated end date, location of the project, and finally who is going to receive the form when it's all said and done. I'm going to go ahead and send it to my email so you guys can see the form. Press save here. Alright, so give it a second. If you ever see a 1 like that on the screen, kind of like this guy that was up here, excuse me, that just means that the server is trying to connect to our server so that I can sync up the data. So once that happens, your project will be successfully created, and you'll have a nice little project there sitting waiting for you. So if I click test and give it a moment, and basically this view is going to be what it looks like when you're actually inside of a project. So there's a couple different things you can do here. Edit will take you back to the screen that allows you to specify like the logo and the location and all that stuff. Change project obviously takes you to the screen where it allows you to change the project that you're working on. Once you're in this project though, you can see there's a couple files that you have here listed. PDF files is going to show you PDFs from every project that you've done, so don't get confused if you see a bunch of stuff there. However, photos and docs are only going to show you, saved logged photos and docs are only going to show you stuff from this specific project. So how do you input information to this project? So I would go ahead and press new daily report and give it a second to load as it compiles the data. And now we have a daily report that we can kind of mess with and work with. The very first option on this daily report is going to be the weather. And the reason why this is the first option is because weather usually doesn't have any other like extrinsic properties. We can make it automatic so that it automatically captures this specific information for you based on your location. You can enter weather manually if you want, but you don't have to. So aside from that, we have a series of drop-down menus that you can use as well. So say, for example, there was a delay caused by the weather. It's very easy to go in, type up a note. It rained around 3. You can even add photos to represent that note. It's not raining outside right now, but you get the idea. Here, we'll put a little we'll put a little raindrop. That's a terrible raindrop. I don't want to scare anybody. All right, cool. We'll just go back. So you can add a photo or you can add a document. So once all this information is put in though, I can go ahead and move on to the next piece, and you can see that a lot of them look exactly the same. The reason why we did this way is because it's a lot easier to use. There's no confusion here. Every catalog or every field looks almost the same. It's a drop down, so there's no swiping left and right or anything like that. And one thing I like a lot about it is that it's one congruent screen where everything's kind of together. And once you're done with the screen, the report is over. I think a lot of the times people that make these type of apps, they forget that the people that are using them might not be the most app savvy individuals, and they overcomplicate a lot of things that don't need to be overcomplicated. So we've made our best effort to avoid that and make something as simple as possible. So moving on, all of these, like I said, are going to be a series of drop-down menus. Even what else at the bottom, which is basically just miscellaneous information. Now we have our work logs, so we have our labor, subcontractor, and then we have some rental costs down here at the bottom. So all this is a mechanism for you to track your daily expenditure on your projects. So for example, if I click the work logs labor, let's say we had to hire a carpenter named Bill for that day. I would say he worked 9 hours, he traveled for 1, and his hourly rate was 60. I know that's really expensive for a carpenter, or maybe not. I don't actually know. But we'll say his hourly rate was 60, and it'll aggregate that and give me a total cost. Let's add another guy just for the sake of, whatever, just to see the total number at the end. So we'll say it's Bob, not non. We'll say the labor is for frame and drywall, 5 hours, traveled for 1, his hourly rate was 25. Again, gives me the total number for that individual for the day. If I want to add a rental for, say, some piece of equipment, say I got a cultivator for the day, say you're, a farmer, we used that for 8 hours and the cost per hour was 200, so that came out to 1,600. Cool. So now I have a couple different things that I've entered in here that all cost something according to what I've entered in. So the totals here at the bottom is just going to aggregate all those numbers and kind of show me them at a glance. So you can see what I spent on work labor, you can see what I spent on rental, and all that good stuff. Once it's all said and done, I can go ahead and press save and send. Now, again, give it a second. It has to back up to our server. And you can see here that we have basically all the information that we just entered in. The app also produces another PDF, and it looks more like, which one it is. Is it this one? All the way at the bottom? Yes. So it also produces another report that looks like this, and it's basically the same thing that you saw in the other one. This one doesn't have it. It sends it to your email. It doesn't create it exactly in the app. And that's pretty much it. That's all the features of the Construction Daily Log app. Oh, there's one other thing. One other cool thing that I'd like to mention. We do have a photos and docs section over here. So what this is basically is that it sums up all the photos that you made and makes kind of like a slideshow presentation for you to see them at a glance. We could do a quick report actually, and I'll show you how that looks like. So let's say I draw here. I will draw here. The last one I'll draw again. Another quick doodle. All right, then I'll press save and send. So now for this specific project, we have 2 different logs. So to save logs, you'll see that I have both of them there. Once the project is successfully submitted, I go to photos. Give it a second to load again. And now it has all my photos in kind of a slideshow presentation. Docs is the same thing, except it works with Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, PDFs, anything else that you would want to add to the document. And all of that gets compiled and sent as one email at the end of the report. If you want to share a specific image, you could also just press share right here, click on the image, I press the little send key, and then it should open up the phone's native oh wait, is it the dots? Oh, it's loading. It should open the phone's native oh, that's why it wasn't working. Email's not working. My email specifically. But yeah, you can also send it individually to a specific person. And that's basically it. That's the Construction Daily Log app. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I will be here for another couple minutes to see if you guys need any help. But other than that, thank you for coming to the webinar. Again, my name is Steven. If you want to contact me directly, my email is steven@snappy.com. Or you can email our support team at support@snappy.com. It'll get to me either way, so I'll see it. Again, thank you for coming. And hope you join us next week. I think we will be doing another webinar. Not sure what app specifically yet, but we will let you guys know. Thank you very much. Have a good one.